redo that. Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy Career Mode here on FC24. We are in the month of December where the first game is against Villa. They currently sit in the top 4. We also play Arsenal and Man United, who are in the top 6 respectively, both of them. So it's going to be an interesting episode here. Obviously, we won't play Arsenal or Man United. Those are the last 2 Big 6 clubs that we have played. We beat City. So who knows what happened against Arsenal or Man United, but we did lose to the other 3. After that, we are in now the Youth Academy. Let's go ahead and see what talents we can get from the 3 nations here. South Africa gave us a very decent player there. And Shabalala, 2.4 million for him. Next up, over to Spain, 1.6 million for him. He looks like a possibility of being a CM. So we'll go ahead and sign him up. As well as this guy, a CM as well. And then over to homeland England. It's looking maybe a little bit dire. Yes, awful from there. Please, do we have a CM? The new guys are here. It's a cam, center forward, center back. Any of these guys a possible CM instead? This is your team to take on Aston Villa. We are going to go ahead and simulate through it and watch it. Ramos is 88 overall now. Santos is 90 overall. We have some great players here. We're going to go ahead and simulate through this. Guzman stays on because since this is kind of like a simulation, it will help better for a higher overall. And Aston Villa. Oh, it's Lombardi. It's our old striker. Lombardi. He goes in and scores and opens things up here. It's 1-0. And Sahovic makes it 2-0 for Villa. It's a 2-0 loss here against Aston Villa. And with that loss, we fall in the relegation zone. We sit 18th now. The season that I wanted to have, we're not having it. We're having the last season all over again. We play Wolves here. They're currently on 8 points. We are 4 points ahead of them. They only have 1 win. This is a much-win game for us because we need to. We just need some results here. The team isn't happy as expected. Correa is going to go ahead and stay on the bench there. Other than that, it's going to be Guzman to start instead of Marquez. Let's get into the game. Let's see what we can do against Wolves, trying to revert this bad run of form we're on. Lukic, Martins now, Ramos into Richie. Richie is in behind here. Richie tap in for Ponce. Please put that away. You do. You learn. Thank the Lord for that. It's 1-0. Shot. It's saved by Uribe. It stays in bounds for Skolvolsen. Back to Hoyland now. Hoyland shut down by Watts. Can you clear it up the field? He does. He'll find Santos. Santos can turn now. Santos, he has Ruiz making that run. Can he find him over the top? Stay in bounds. Yes, it's a good ball. Ruiz now, can you find Ponce? Overhit it. Quiroga, can he hit? That's a beautiful head to Ramos. Holy cow. Ramos into Sykes, back to Ramos. Now into Martins. Martins into Ponce. Ponce for his brace. Ponce gets the brace. It's 2-0 for Wakefield. We need a result, and this man is making up for that one miss he did. It was last episode. Holy cow, that was the worst miss I've ever seen. Velasco gets one back. He absolutely tears through our defense. Lukic now. Tomiyasu down the right-hand side. Tomiyasu in towards Skolvolsen. Now to Phillips, and it's 2-2. They equalize. Sykes wins the ball back. Now into Ramos on the right-hand side here. It's Ramos. He's going to try and put that into Ponce. Ponce will find Richie. And Richie will take the lead for Wakefield right before halftime. It's 3-2 now for the boys in red and white with the orange letters. When the heck did I do orange letters? I don't remember doing that. Ruiz. Santos. Back to Ruiz. Now into Richie. Richie into Ponce. Ponce into Ramos. First time finish. And Ramos will double the lead. It's 4-2 now. And the boys are in control here. Hoyland. Scovolson gets the ball. Scovolson gets one back. We're under the caution out for 9 minutes. It's 4-3 here. Martins, please. No? Okay. Win the header, Ruiz. Beautiful. Ramos just cleared up the field, and that's game over. A 4-3 win against Wolves. It turned into a scrappy one at the end, but we get the job done. Sykes over the top for Ramos. Ramos now in towards Ponce. Ponce fake shot. Ponce. Richie onside. Yes, sir. It's 1-0 for Wakefield. Richie takes the lead here for juniors. Adams, Colucci, a slide tackle in there late. Blocked it off. Retegui, Tielemans 1-1. Retegui now. Retegui, Tielemans 2-1. They turn it around. It's 2-1. Tielemans, Traore, Clivert, Retegui 3-1 for Bournemouth. Ramos trying to get a consolation goal at the end. It's a 4-1 thumping against Bournemouth. Next up is Arsenal and Man United. Arsenal at home. We lose 3-1. Rodrigo with the brace. Blanco. Richie scored in the 23rd minute, but that's all we get out of that one. Man United away from home. It's a 3-1 loss. Gabriel Jesus with the brace. Pinto as well. Guzman scored for us. Just another consolation goal at that point. Last game of the episode here. It's against Luton Town. They currently sit with 13 points if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 13 points. They are right below us. We are just on the brink of relegation. This is a must-win game again. So let's go ahead and lose it, shall we? Let's go. Martins into Sykes now. Sykes in towards Ponce, maybe. Ponce back to Sykes. Into Richie. Richie into Santos. Touch. Shot. Goal. Santos finds the back of the net. Wakefield have the lead. It's 1-0 for the boys in red and white. And a must-win game. Doe crossed in. Sargent saved by Uribe. Guzman will clear up the field for Ramos. Maybe one more chance to try and double the lead before halftime. It's Ramos. It's still at Ramos. He's not going to try and find Sykes. He's going to find himself. It's still Ramos. It's still Ramos. Rafael Ramos is going to cut back on his left foot. Rafael Ramos shot blocked. Martins hit that back in the box. Cleared, and now it'll be halftime. 1-0 up here against Luton at half. Santos, Richie, Kuroga. Kuroga, can that into Richie. It's a beautiful ball. Richie doubles the lead early into the second half. It's 2-0. Sanchez now. Johnson. Sanchez. Burkhart. Sargent gets one back. It's 2-1. Guzman, good defensive duty there. Now Ponce over the top for Rafael. Rafael's going to cut back. Rafael makes it 3-1. Restores that double lead. Sargent. Burkhart. Burkhart gets one back again. It's 3-2. Santos makes it 4-2. That might be goal of the season. And Santos, he's back like he never left. It's 4-2. The lead is doubled once again. Ruiz. Kuroga into Ponce. Ponce now in behind. Ponce to make it 5. It's 5-2. And that's game over. A 5-2 win over Luton Town, giving us some type of safety in that relegation fight that I just don't want to be in. But it seems like we are in there. We are trying to get out of there. When we come back, we have Brighton, Wolves, Villa in the league. We will obviously skip that Villa game as they are a top 4, top 5 team. We have Nottingham Forest in the round 3 of the FA Cup. I want to make a deep run. I wanted to make a deep run in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. We got knocked out in the Carabao Cup in the first episode of the season. So now it's time to take a FA Cup deep around, maybe quarterfinals-ish, unless I face off against a Big 6. I will face off against a Big 6 if, I will play the game if I do get a Big 6 team. but that won't matter if I can't get past Nottingham Forest first. So Nottingham Forest first up is next episode. After that, it's looking to try and see if we can get a Youth Academy player. And in fact, I'm going to check it right now. I want a center mid so badly. And it's looking like South Africa's not going to give us one. It's looking like maybe Spain isn't going to give us one as well. They'll give us a player there, though that's decent. But after that, nothing really there. And then over to homeland England, we get a 1 million there, a center mid possibility, but nothing there. We get a striker in Fernandez. Is he a striker? The last striker we had wasn't a striker at all. It was a center back. In fact, let's go and go through our Youth Academy before ending the episode. We have a left back that is 16 that could come into the team. We have Shabala, who is a center back that could come into the team as well. And Kosi's still 15. Flores, he could come in, possibly be sent out on loan. Meyer could come in, sent out on loan. Oriana sent out on loan possibly, as well as Rosa, Fernandez. And then these guys, honestly, are not great. But when we come back, we sit 15th in the league. We obviously play Wolves. We play Brighton, who's 17. So we play relegation scrap sides there. And then obviously Villa. Nottingham Forest is currently 6th in the Premier League. So that's going to be a very tough FA Cup game. But until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.